I'd like to introduce our ambassadors of the Aboriginal Diabetes Study. We have Ruth Wallace, who's going to join us on stage soon. I'll talk a little bit about how special you are before you rock up. Now, Ruth Wallace was born in Adelaide and represented Australia at the Junior Matildas team in 2009. She played AFL soccer for Adelaide United and is a young ambassador for Port Power Football Club in their community youth program. Ruth was the first female Indigenous marathon project athlete from South Australia and completed the gruelling New York Marathon last year. I actually followed them this year on Facebook and it was amazing. The whole team finished this year, so good leading the way there. She is an active ambassador for healthy lifestyle in the community and for the Indigenous Marathon Foundation founded by Robert de Castella. Derek Lynch. Derek is a Yankunytjatjara, a Mudjara man who grew up in remote communities and town camps. He has seen firsthand the impact that diabetes has on our communities, families and individuals. Derek is an actor and performer in the Nyamajara play around Australia and the United Kingdom, where he met Queen Elizabeth II and recently performed in the two-part series Deadline Gallipoli. Derek has just completed studies in media communications and has recently enrolled to undertake his certificate in Aboriginal Clinic Primary Healthcare. So welcome to the stage, Derek and Ruth.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for being here today. I guess, as an ambassador, I'll just run through a quick little background of myself. I got the phone call from Kim not too long ago, and straight away I was, honoured to, have that first contact as someone who wanted to be an ambassador. I grew up here in Adelaide. My dad and mum are here today with me. Grown up here in Adelaide for all my life, and since I was born, I think the day before I was down the beach. Mum and dad are huge surfers, and having an active lifestyle has been embedded in me really. And then through high school, I wasn't actually involved much in the Aboriginal community because my family live up in Cairns. So I was in the basically, I guess, the mainstream of Australia and living down in Moana and Aldinga and that kind of thing. And when I was in high school in the last couple of years, that's when I really got involved with Aboriginal community, and I worked at the SANFL and was able to go up to the APY lands, so the Aboriginal communities up there, and I really got to see that health gap and that we really needed to make a difference, and that was basically my passion from since I was younger, and since really being involved in sport. That's how I want to make a difference. And just last year I got involved in the Indigenous Marathon project, and since 2010 there's been 53 Aboriginal young men and women who have completed a marathon, which is running 42 kilometres. So I think that really says a lot, that there's definitely a change and there's a ripple effect. So Rob de Castella always talked to us about making a ripple effect, and getting these young men and women from communities, and instead of just sitting around in the parks and just sitting around at the stores and things like that, they're actually putting their shoes on and running. And for a little example, up on the Torres Strait Islands, the Thursday Island, it's 5 kilometres around, and there's been three Aboriginal men and women, Elsie, Harold, and a young lady from this year as well, and their training is doing laps around Torres Strait Island. So they're out in their community, and it's in their faces at the moment. And since 2010, there was only four young men who started this program. And, you know, last year and this year, I think there was up to 200 applications for Aboriginal men and women applying themselves to run a marathon. And obviously it's not about running, it's all about being strong and having the mental toughness to get through everyday life, because, you know, that's every day can be a marathon for, you know, for us, you know, as Aboriginal people. And you know, it's all about working together, and I think, you know, that's where I want to support and continue. There's lots of deadly fun runs that are going on in South Australia. So there was just one up in Armitage. Joe Weaver is a big ambassador, and on the APY length there's been about 3 deadly fun runs, and tomorrow morning there's one up in Murray Bridge. And that's where I'll be a part as a graduate of the program, and you know, be out in the communities and you know, getting that healthy lifestyle out there, as we already have spoken about. So thank you so much, and yeah, I really look forward to learning more about diabetes as well. And yeah, that's a little bit from me. So thank you so much.